Imagine your life is a badass spaceship, ready to blast off into the stars. Your heart, your passion, your give-a-fuck meter. That's the rocket fuel. Every time you care deeply, it's like pouring high-octane, burn-the-sky fuel into your engines. Science says this is real. When you chase something that lights you up, a goal, a dream, a holy shit, I want this moment. Your brain's dopaminergic pathways, they fire like a lightning storm. Dopamine surges, neurons wire together, and your brain literally reshapes itself to make that chase easier next time. That's neuroplasticity. It's like your brain is a sculptor, chiseling you into the badass who gets shit done. Now picture this, you're 5 and you're building a Lego castle. You're obsessed, every brick matters. Every tower has got to be perfect. You're not thinking about what your friends will say, or if you're trying too hard. You're all in, and it feels like magic. That's you already doing this. You've got moments where you care so much the world fades away. Maybe when you're lost in a game, a story, or even helping a friend. That's your nervous system cranking the voltage, generating an electromagnetic field that pulls everything into alignment. Physics backs this. High voltage creates coherence, like a laser locking on to a single wavelength. Your obsession becomes a magnet, drawing people, ideas, and opportunities to you. But here's the flip side. When you play it cool, when you pretend not to care because you're scared of looking desperate, it's like unplugging your spaceship's power mid-launch. Voltage drops, dopamine flatlines. Your brain shrugs and says, not worth keeping. Neural pruning kicks in, snipping away those connections like a gardener trimming dead branches. You're left with a flat circuit, a dead dream, a life that feels like a grey Monday morning. Karma's a bitch here. Don't invest your energy in what matters, and the universe mirrors back a world that doesn't give a shit about you either. Entropy wins. Mediocrity pulls you down like Earth's gravity, and you're stuck jogging at half speed, wondering why you're not going anywhere. Let's switch metaphors. Your desire is a wave, like a ripple in a pond. When you care deeply, that wave has amplitude, big, bold, crashing energy. Wave theory says when your desire wave syncs with reality's base frequency, it's constructive interference. Shit manifests. Your goals take shape, like a surfer catching the perfect swell. But when you dial back, when you play it safe to avoid judgment, your wave's amplitude drops. It cancels itself out. Destructive interference. That's self-sabotage. It's like throwing pebbles in the pond and watching the ripples fizzle out before they reach the shore. You already know this feeling. Remember when you were 5 and you had to know why the sky was blue? You asked a million questions, not caring if you sounded silly. That curiosity was a high-amplitude wave, crashing through the world, demanding answers. You can do this in new ways. Maybe it's asking for a raise, starting a project, or chasing a passion that you've buried. Every time you lean in, you're sending out a signal that bends reality. Science says your nervous system, it's an electromagnetic field generator. Your emotions are energy in motion. High coherence pulls others into your orbit, like planets aligning around a star. low coherence. You're just static, background noise, lost in the void. Now let's talk about why you're scared to care too much. Somewhere along the line, someone told you asking questions was rude, that trying too hard was embarrassing. Maybe a teacher snapped at you for being too curious, or a friend laughed when you poured your heart into something. Those moments built a wall, brick by brick, until you learned compliance feels safer than defiance. But that's not safety. It's a fucking prison. It's mental atrophy. Your brain rusting from disuse. Picture a kid in a village who sees a wall nobody's climbed. He asks why it's there. Everyone shushes him. Don't question, don't rock the boat, but one day he climbs it anyway. On the other side, he finds a world no one knew existed. Some villagers thank him, others hate him for shaking things up. But now everyone knows what's out there. That's you. Your fear of why is the wall. Every question you don't ask is a seed you don't plant. Every silence you keep is a spark that never catches fire. Now here's where we get sneaky with NLP and Ericksonian hypnosis. Pacing you now, reflecting back what you already know. You want to matter. You feel sick when you half-ass things. You replay moments where you held back, wishing you'd gone all in. That's your values screaming at you, begging for voltage. And as you nod, feeling that truth resonate, you can start to imagine what happens when you crank that voltage higher. Picture it, you're a lighthouse, beaming so bright that ships find their way through the storm. Your passion becomes a signal, and training others, aligning the world to your frequency. So let's model this. You already care deeply in small ways, like when you stay up late, perfecting something no one else sees, or when you fight for someone you love. Imagine doing that for your dreams. New ways to do this. Ask why. Like a relentless detective. Chase goals like a wolf hunting prey. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Science says every action strengthens your neural circuits. Like laying down tracks for a train that runs faster each time. Dopamine surges, your brain rewires. You become the person who finishes. So let's extrapolate. If you keep playing it safe, what happens? You stay in orbit, circling the same mediocre life, burning just enough fuel to stay comfortable, but never enough to break free. You'll get claps for being reasonable, but those are gravestones for your dreams. Years from now you'll look back, gut punched by regret, wondering why you didn't swing harder. That's the karma of low voltage, a life that mirrors your half-heartedness, a world that shrugs back at you. But if you care like your heart's on fire, holy shit, you'll blast into a new orbit. Your brain rewires to crave action. Your field entrains others. Your wave crashes through obstacles. Imagine the consequence. Projects finished, relationships deepened, a life that hums with meaning. You feel alive, like every cell is buzzing with electricity. People will notice, some will join you, some will hate you, but nobody will ignore you. That's the karma of high voltage, a reality that bends to your will. So what keeps you stuck? Patterns like people-pleasing, perfectionism, or fear of rejection. They're like leeches draining your voltage. You worry about looking too much, too loud, too intense, too desperate. That's society's gravity, pulling you into conformity. Interrupt these patterns by asking, what's the cost of staying small? Feel that twist in your gut. That's your soul saying, fuck this, I'm meant for more. Use pacing and leading to shift others. If someone's stuck, mirror their energy, nod, agree, validate their fears, then lead. And isn't it wild how sometimes the scariest thing is also the most alive you've ever felt? Link their identity to courage. You're the kind of person who faces fear head on, aren't you? Suddenly, their brain's open, ready for change, because you've paced their reality and led them to yours. And as you listen, you can notice how your body already knows this truth. How every time you've cared deeply, you've felt that surge, that electric hum in your bones. And you can imagine now turning up the voltage, doubling it, tripling it, like a star igniting, burning so bright the universe can't look away. With every breath, feel your neural circuit strengthening, dopamine flooding, wiring you to chase what matters. You're not just thinking this, you're becoming it, effortlessly, naturally, unconsciously. Picture yourself as a river carving through stone, unstoppable because you care. Every action you take, every why you ask, is a current that shapes the world. And if fear creeps in, let it be a spark, not a stopper, a signal to learn harder, to burn brighter. You're not here to jog politely into mediocrity. You're here to torch the fucking track until your shoulders can't keep up. You're a cosmic circuit, a wave, a rocket. Caring deeply isn't just some feel-good bullshit. It's science, it's physics, it's karma. Every time you lean in, you rewire your brain, align the universe, and break free from gravity. The cost of playing small is a life that feels static. The reward of going all in, a reality that hums with purpose, where you're the one who finishes, who burns, who wins. So stop waiting for permission. Crank the voltage, ask the questions, chase the dreams. Let the world call you too much. That's their fear, not yours. You're not here to keep their comfort intact. You're here to set the dark on fire. And as you do, notice how your life shifts, how the universe bends, how you become the person you were always meant to be. Now go fucking do it.